Going on, everybody? It's your boy Gerald from Bank of Gerald here with another video update. Today is Saturday, October the 25th, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited today. It's another day in MOVEQUEST, and we are going to be talking about, of course, MOVEQUEST today, but there has been so many different things that we have been able to see over the last few weeks, days, months, however you want to say it. Sorry, I was typing. But ladies and gentlemen, there's just so many exciting things that we've been able to see, especially over the last few days, all right? We have all talked about the algorithm change, the distribution change that was made by MOVEQUEST, and man, has it made a world of difference in what we are experiencing in the token price. And we're going to talk about that today. We're also going to talk about the hatcheries, all right? We want to jump in there. We're going to talk about some of the expansions that have been made in the hatcheries. We're so excited about it. Before we get started, I want to remind all of you, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. I'm just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking it out in many different platforms and opportunities, nothing more, nothing less than that. Actually, not too many. I'm really just doing MOVEQUEST, maybe a couple others that I'm looking at, but I do believe that MOVEQUEST deserves the bulk of my time because it's done the most for me, especially in this space of things that are just here today and gone tomorrow. Really, MOVEQUEST has made a lot of changes in not only my health life, but my financial wealth life. So don't give your keys, don't give your passcodes, any of that. Let's stay diligent and vigilant in the space. Put your 2FA on all the platforms that would allow you and all of your wallets, all right? Crypto is indeed the wild, wild west. Let's go ahead and jump into coin market cap. I want to jump in here and share with you guys what MQT is doing as of right now. I'm going to go ahead and go to the search bar. We're going to type in MQT ski. As you can see, MQT is sitting strong here at $12.41, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for those of us that have been in the game for some time, for those of us that rode through this pretty difficult to watch stuff going on down here, right? Getting down to almost got down to a whole $2, but it was $2.75. And now we see it at $12.41. Now, I just want to say this really quickly. I've tried to make it important to note that we need to, whether you are a person that believes that you want to make a daily income from MOVEQUEST, or you see the long game of MOVEQUEST, how we participate in the ecosystem is important, all right? We've already overemphasized that this platform, this opportunity, this project doesn't need new money to live, right? I mean, it's shown that in the amount of submissions. There are less submissions now than there were maybe 4 or 5 months ago. They were at like 2,600 submissions, 2,500 submissions a day. We used to be closer to 4,000, you know? And that's not an indictment on anybody. That's just saying the community as a whole, the amount of submissions were going down. And at that same time, MOVEQUEST was continuing to have a distribution of 2.5 to 3,000 to 2,000. Well, I should say 2,000 to 3,000 MQT per day. MOVEQUEST put together a formula that just seems to work for the algorithm. All right. I think it's 0.25. Hold on. So I don't mess this up. I can actually just go look at it. I can go, and for those of you that are not in my Telegram group, I highly suggest you get in my Telegram group. The link is in the description below, all right? I'm the only person that talks in my Telegram group, all right? I am the only person, so that's how I keep down on the noise. But if you trust me enough to watch me on YouTube and get insight from here, then I'm sure you trust me enough to get my insight on the Telegram group. Just make sure that you're joining the official Telegram group that is in the description below, all right? The amount of daily submissions in that day times 0.25 is what gets us the formula for the amount of MQT that is distributed per day. All right. So that helps the demand make sense. All right. The demand is based on the community. This is a community driven project. It has been from the start. But of course, we had high hopes in the beginning and that this thing would just, you know, take off. We've had some moments, some bumps, a couple hilly moments where we had to kind of press through some lengths of time and some dates that we thought that were going to come a little bit sooner. But ladies and gentlemen, where we are right now is exactly where we need to be. For those of us that were submitting through all of this time here, I'm talking what the highest it was right here was $8. So I'm going to go, that's as far as it'll let me go. This is back in August of this year, now down to October. Submitting through all this time, through the hatchery submissions and all the different things that MOVEQUEST has continued to give us during this time, the promotions, all that different stuff. I know a lot of people are very, very happy they were submitting throughout this time, regardless of what level you are, regardless of what kind of miners you have. If you have done a claim on your tokens, you can see how much. I mean, you don't even have to do a claim on your tokens necessarily to see it. Because if you go to your back office and you go to your dashboard, you should be able to see your pending and how much money is there to be claimed, right? So right now I got $39. Of course, that's just after 7 days of submitting. I'm cool with that. But the reason I'm so excited about what's going on is I decided to put my winnings and my earlier purchase. I bought a whole lot of MQT earlier and dumped it in the incubator, right? I got a whole bunch of miners from it. For those of you that are interested in the incubator, go for it. It's going to take some time to hatch. It's going to take, 222 days. But I've already been through one cycle of it, and it's given me some miners. But what this enabled me to do is get involved with the golden hatchery. Now, here's the next thing that I want to talk about. In the golden hatchery, we're going to see that these numbers of MQT that you can put in tier 4 have increased. I do believe, and I'm not sure if this has happened already, but I do believe they have plans on when they increase the tier 4, they decrease tier 3 through 1. All right, so they just kind of evened it out. Tier 4 seems to have been the most popular. There is already just south of 400,000 MQT in there right now. So if I'm doing the math, just simple calculator math, we said that price was $12.40. We're just going to say $12.40. $12.40 per MQT times 390,351. That's $4.8 million worth of MOVEQUEST. $4.84 million worth of MOVEQUEST just in tier 4 being held for what? 210 days. Daily reward. This is an amazing thing to be a part of, ladies and gentlemen. I've got 4 cards in the hatchery right now in my golden hatchery. And I want to reiterate, you can only get in the golden hatchery if you have finished the incubator or you have finished the nest and there is space, right? Oh, both of them if there's space. So right now there's space, okay? In the golden hatchery right now, the tier 4 is open at 69% full. Tier 3 is 38.2% full. Tier 2 is 60% full. Tier 1 is 40% full. All right? So for me, I'm just excited to have some already in the works, already submitting. One of them has been going for 33 days already. 178 days left. You can cancel these at any time. Something happens and, all that stuff, but you forfeit your rewards. All right. You get your MQT that you deposited back, you forfeit your rewards. Also want to reiterate this. For the incubator hatchery, you do not get your MQT back at the end of the cycle. Okay. You do not get it back at the end of the cycle. I do believe that you can migrate it to the golden, but you get your miners, and I'm not sure I think you get your reward. I'll do some more checking on that. These original imported hatchery ones were from a promotion that was going on where you can get your MQT back. But this one meant this is pretty much to get your miners. This is the Mint Vanguard miners, okay? The incubator mining reward is 0.0001 per MQT per daily submission, duration 222 days. All right. Let's see if there's anything I want to. The nest, right? So I have one, just for an example, I quite some time ago. I've renewed it a couple times. Well, I have an option to renew now. I actually wanted to save this for today so I could show you guys that I was getting ready to roll this into a hatchery, right? So you can get a part of the golden hatchery after 10 days of being in the nest. So this was already in. I rolled this bottom one in again, but this next one I'm rolling into either one of tier 1 through 4 of the hatchery. Now, I do need to make sure I have some Avalanche in my wallet before I do that. All right. My MetaMask wallet directly linked right here on Google Chrome. So I'll make sure I do that before I do that. All right. But it's very simple. You can also claim or renew. So if you want to let this roll again, say if there's in the future, there's no space in the hatcheries, right? All the hatcheries are full. You just stay in the nest. Just stay in the nest. Here's another thing that I want to share while people are, watching and paying attention and listening and whatever the case may be, if you're still here. For those of you that cannot submit every day, right? I think the two best options for you are, if you have because I've had this situation, I'll just talk about it. There have been times I didn't have $7 worth of Avalanche in my wallet to be able to submit per that day. I might have the next day, may not have had it, right? I was listening to a call and I heard this idea where it's like, well, whatever you do have, just go and buy some MQT that day if you can. I do believe you can buy it like $2, $3, $4 worth. Just go and buy the MQT straight up. And I thought about that. I was like, that's a pretty good idea. At least, what we're trying to do right now with the mining portion is to go ahead and mine the MQT. And that's what I like to do anyway. But if I had another option to make sure that I'm continuing to get MQT per day, maybe I buy $2, $3, $4 worth of MQT. Maybe I just buy, some mini shares or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, just an idea to put out there. All right. Another thing that I want to say, for those of you that may be experiencing some technical difficulties with your website maybe your displays aren't showing. There's something I just found out about called the RPC, and I had been hearing about it, but I thought this was something that you had to do through MetaMask. No, you don't. At the top left here, at this Avalanche C chain button, okay? If I were to click on this button, back out a little bit, not only does it allow me to select the network, and we got to take KaiChain out, and Binance is coming soon, right? But if I press this plus RPC button, it should prompt something that will allow, I'm just going to make sure, and I've already done this today, so it may not let me do it. I hit plus RPC, and it allowed all this to be fixed. So some of my graphics here weren't showing up. My website wasn't moving very efficiently through my miners and different things like that. I wanted to be able to see all of them. As you can see, I'm stacked full of all the different miners that you can got. I'm ready for this leasing to come. My mining dock is full. So ladies and gentlemen, here's another thing I want to say. If you are a leader out there, right? And I'm not judging wherever you may be, right? But if you are a leader, the minimum that I suggest for you to do is open up all your dock slots. Take advantage of the free trailblazers that they are going to give you for opening them all up. It's $80 a dock slot, okay? So you take your time, you get your $720, you get all your docking slots filled. They're going to give you free miners. I think that is the best position to be a leader, even if you don't have all your Titan miners, because here's what you're going to be able to do. You're going to be able to mine with as much power as you possibly can as a leader. The second thing that we're able to do at this point that we weren't quite able to do before was purchase our miners with MQT, or evolve them, I should say. So after you've opened your docking slots, you're giving your trailblazers, you may want to evolve them. You may have been earning MQT already. You may go over here to Sushi Swap and go buy MQT. You might go decide to do that, right? Then you jump back over here to evolve your miners. And now all you have to do is pay MQT. So I can decide, hey, I want to upgrade all these navigators for $400 worth of MQT, 2 Vanguards, or whatever you want them to be. I think you can even do it with Titans. You can even get them to your stuff to Titans, all right? So these 4 navigators would turn into 2 Titans because they would upgrade themselves to Vanguard, so it would be 4 Vanguards, and then the 2 Vanguards would merge and become a Titan. Okay, It's very, very important that you kind of understand how to get to the Titan level, because you want to be able to get to the highest level of your miners. I believe that everyone that has interest in this even a little bit wants to be able to achieve all their docking slots filled with all Titans, okay? It may take you some time. That is perfectly okay, all right? I love the fact that they allow you to evolve your miners right here in your, if you go to My Miners and you go to evolve your miner, okay? Hatcher miners will take you to the hatchery, all right? But you can also click hatchery on its own, okay? But if you click on that, evolution will bring you over to this page. And let's just say I've got some vanguards, right? I've got a couple vanguards here. I want to take, let me see if, oh, I have to click on Titan first. So if I'm going to Vanguard, then I have to click something less than Vanguard, right? So a Trailblazer, one Trailblazer to the Vanguard level will cost me 80 bucks, right? Two Trailblazers to the Vanguard, 160. If I wanted to upgrade my Navigators to Vanguards, 400 bucks. All right. If I wanted to evolve my one Trailblazer to a Titan, right? It's not going to show up here because I need at least two miners to upgrade, all right? Because they have to get to Vanguards first and then they'll upgrade to one Titan. So if I click that one more Trailblazer, it's going to tell me I need 48 MQT, which is equivalent to $610 worth of MQT as of right now. I can upgrade these Trailblazers straight to that one Titan. So I'd have my Titans right there for 610 bucks. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that was here, and you can now pay with MQT. So those of us that are going to be upgraded from Navigators, you know, well, I wonder if it'll let you go. I don't know that it'll let you go from Navigator to Trailblazer, because one of these is getting negated. I think it's the Navigator that's going to go away. The Trailblazer is where we start. All right. It goes from Trailblazer. Are they going to be having Explorers? Great question. They will let you upgrade the Explorer. Trailblazer is 100%. Explorer is 150% mining power. The Vanguard is 200% mining power. And the Titan is 400% mining power. All right. So feel free to play it around here in the back office, ladies and gentlemen. I highly suggest it. All right. For those of you that are leaders, like I said, you want to open these docking slots. Even if you're not a leader, ladies and gentlemen, if you believe in what this is doing, go ahead and open your docking slots, okay? Now, this message is for the folks that are just seeing this for the first time. And this, I know this might be bad timing to bring up stuff for new folks because we're well into this video, right? But you may still have some interest. If you do not have anything in your docking slots right now, right, and you have signed up for MOVEQUEST, you have the ability to be mining right now. You may not even understand or know it. These 9 Trailblazer Phantoms, they are given to you to run with MOVEQUEST for 90 days, and all you have to do is submit your proof of activity. These Trailblazer Phantoms, each of them cost 10 cents to submit on a daily basis. So every day, 90 cents to submit per day for 90 days. What's 90 days times 90 cents? I think I did the math on this, like $80-some. So $90 times 90 cents, $81. So for $81, if you bought $81 worth of Avalanche, put it in your MetaMask wallet and have it placed over here. Or you can, I mean, you don't have to put it straight into your MetaMask wallet. Wherever you buy it from, you can decide to come straight to your wallet here, your app wallet. You get this address, your app wallet address right here, and you can make a deposit into your app wallet straight from wherever you purchase your Avalanche at. You may purchase your Avalanche on Kraken, on crypto.com, or wherever, right? You can send it right here. You get your wallet address, you send it right to yourself. Then you can go ahead and you claim for 90 days straight, right? You can claim for 90 days straight, not have to worry about it. At the end of the 90 days, yes, those virtual miners will expire, but you will have accumulated, hopefully, and who knows with what the community can do in growth, you might have accumulated enough in MQT to start really purchasing your own miners now. All from what you decided to start and take a leap of faith with. And these are all some of the nuances of the back office. There's so much gamification coming. It's going to be like a real life RPG game. We're just living real life and we're earning from just living our real life actively. We're living active lifestyles, right? Moving around, MOVEQUEST. That's what it's about. It's about moving. You don't have to be an Olympian. All you got to do is get from point A to point B to point C to point D and keep moving. Stay active. This is just the stuff that this is doing, but we ain't even talked about what it's doing for our body, some of the benefits that we have just taking advantage of being healthier. So either way, I'm just excited about what's coming. I'm excited about what's here. The global stats say that we are starting to trend upward on submissions. And as we all know, the submissions is totally, the daily distribution of MQT is based on the submissions. So as we can see, from the time that this launched on the October the 14th, we've seen a pretty steady increase in submissions. All right. Now, we'd love to see an increase. This is statistics on how many people got their doc slots open. We would love to see 2,500 people get 18 doc slots open and really start, especially these folks, these 62 people that only have 17. Go get yourself $80 and go open up this 18 docking slot. Go and take advantage of getting that Trailblazer in your mining dock, and let's get rocking and rolling. All right, this is the thing about these kind of platforms. I understand that the trust level has to be gained back in this space, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to say that MOVEQUEST has been a part of the reason why I'm starting to gain my trust back. And I think I'm in the right place at the right time for me. This is not going to be the best thing for everybody. Not everyone lives the most active lifestyle or even wants to start. And I get it. That's okay. You know, they don't want to have to put on this facade that they're active, that they're really doing stuff out here. They could just be folks that are just sitting in front of the computer. That's perfectly fine. All right. But for those of us that are active, for those of us that are moving around and care about maintaining these temples we call bodies, we understand how important movement is to this body. And I just think this is the perfect thing for me because I'm at a point in my life now where the movement of my body is one of the most crucial things in my life, honestly. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited about what MOVEQUEST is doing, ladies and gentlemen. I want to check the price one more time before we get out of here. We are sitting now at $12.51, ladies and gentlemen. What a time to be around. What a time to be alive. What a time to be submitting. What a time to be a part of the MOVEQUEST ecosystem. The time is now, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let fear, don't let confusion, don't let the fact that you don't know much about crypto, don't let that stop you from getting the information that you need to change your life. All right? Don't let it stop you. All right? Stay vigilant, stay diligent in this space and in the comment section as well. Ladies and gentlemen, stay paying attention to what's going on in our world. Pay attention to what's going on in cryptocurrency. Put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all of your wallets because crypto is indeed the Wild Wild West, y'all. And if you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked, all right? Ask me how I know. It's not very fun at all. If you like this content, hit subscribe. You want to be updated and notified, hit the bell. Please, sir, please, ma'am. Don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man because if he gets you, nothing I can do to help you, all right? Stay diligent and vigilant in the space and in the comment section as well. And I will see y'all on the next one. And for those of you that are still tuned in, boosts are on the way. Peace out.